Hey there nail friends, welcome back to Dippin' with Carolina. I have already built up my apex, I'll link that up in the cards above. I'm going to be using iGel Beauty's Bond, iGel Beauty's Base Coat, iGel Beauty's Activator, and iGel Beauty's Topcoat. The colors I'm going to be using today are Dark Harbor Teal from Sparkle & Co., Black Sea Glass, also from Sparkle & Co., and Revels Elysian from the Modern Muse collection for Fall and Winter 2020. I have already prepped my nails with Bond and applied it twice. So now we're going to start off with the color. We're going to use Dark Harbor Teal first. I'm going to apply this on my pinky and my thumb. I do like to spill out some of the powder as Sparkle & Co. does fill up their powders to the brim. I stir my powders so they're much easier to apply. Whenever I apply colored dip powder, I always go a little bit lower than my clear apex that I built because I want to build a bigger apex. I have never used Dark Harbor Teal before, and damn, did she stain. She stained my bottle brush and she also stained my fingers and cuticles, and I needed rubbing alcohol to remove them. But it's a beautiful color nonetheless. I also noticed this powder was absorbing the liquid much easier than other powders that I have. I also use a specific brush for certain colors. So for example, this brush is meant for any kind of blue dip. And again, the way I apply my liquid is I go a little bit lower than the last dip so I can build a nice apex and get that cuticle line to be nice and flush against my natural cuticle and natural nail. As you can see, the way I avoid getting product on my cuticles and skin is I use the whole brush itself. I use the sides of the brush, I use the angles of the brush, I basically pull the brush where I want it to go and use the bristles to help me. And once again, I go a little bit lower to that cuticle line. This time I'm about a hairline away because I'm going to do one more full dip of this color after this dip. As I apply dip closer and closer to the cuticle, that's when I take out an orange wood stick or a manicure stick, or some people use a toothpick or a dotting tool, whatever floats your boat, and go around your cuticles to get that perfect cuticle line. I have a different number of dips every time I do my manicures. I usually look at the thickness, and this dip, Dark Harbor Teal, did require 4 dips for my preferred thickness. If you look really closely, I start where the last dip was and I push the product down just a little bit using the bristles to help me guide the way. This dip did come out a little lumpy for my preferred taste, but with lots of filing and buffing, it was no issue. But I think I'm going to do the pour over method next time. And with virtually no product waste, you're just going to pour back everything back into the container. This is why I love cupcake liners. They are so versatile. And now I'm going to be going in with Black Sea Glass from Sparkle & Co., which is another color I have been anticipating to use. Again, I go a little bit lower than my apex and I dip my finger flat into the product. Then I pat the flakies down, as they do tend to fly everywhere. I will be applying this color to my pointer finger and my ring finger. If you want more of the flakies or the glitter, tap the jar against the table, and this helps bring up the flakies or the glitter, and the smaller acrylic particles will fall to the bottom. Black sea glass is so stunning. It has these flakies in it that catch blue and green in the light. They are absolutely stunning. For these flaky type dips, I highly suggest tapping the jar against the table for the last dip so you can get as much of that flakiness as possible, because it's really beautiful. And the last color I'll be going in with is Revels Elysian. This color is interesting because it has a blue base, but it does end up looking almost green. There's a tip on Revel Nails Instagram where if you want it more blue, they suggest stirring the powder and dipping your nail straight in. If you want more of a green tone, they suggest stirring your powder but then tapping the jar against the table to bring up those green glitters, and then you'll have more of a green tone manicure. Mine did end up looking more green, but I did not mind because it did help out bring out the green glitter in the flaky dip from Black Sea Glass. It was convenient that this whole manicure was blue, so I only had to use one brush and did not end up mixing them up. Now I'm going to clear cap. I'm going to be using iGel Beauty's Clear Dip for capping my solid colors. I prefer to use two separate containers of clear, one for my solid colors and one for my glitter colors, as there sometimes is a stray piece of glitter that does like to end up in your solid manicure, and that does get a little bothersome. And I'm not gonna lie, I did have a flaky on my thumb. It just goes to show that sometimes even though you strive for that perfect manicure, it might not always happen, and it usually doesn't. There's always something along the way. So don't make it seem like it's all perfect, because we all have our struggles. And now we are done clear capping. After that sits for a minute or two, I take a fluffy makeup brush, and then I take a stiff manicure brush and make sure I get out all the excess acrylic powder. Sometimes if you have splotchiness, it's from the clear acrylic powder. So definitely use a stiff manicure brush. It's one of my biggest tips. And now I'm going in with Activator, which is what hardens the dip, so you want to do a generous layer. I do 2 very generous layers on each of my fingers in order to make sure that the Activator is going through all the layers. As on my solid fingers, I actually did 7 layers of color. I have filed and buffed off camera, and now I'm going to be taking alcohol and a lint-free wipe and wiping down my nails. I swear to God, this has something to do with the top coat being super hard and super shiny. Next, I'm going to be taking my Activator, and you want to apply Activator a second time right before your top coat if you're using dip top coat. If you're using gel top coat, there is no need for a second application of Activator. The Activator has a chemical reaction with the top coat in order for it to be shiny and hard. That is why there is a time limit on application of Activator and top coat together. With top coat, the first layer you want to apply quickly, 2 to 3 swipes per nail, and cap the tips, because the Activator is on your nails and it's going to react with your brush and can harden your brush. That is why you see me brushing off the excess top coat on a paper towel. The second time you go in with your dip top coat, you can be more precise as there is not that layer of Activator anymore. I usually let my dip top coat dry firm anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. I usually do let it sit longer just to be sure that it's totally dry. Here is my finished manicure. I'm going to be going in with my favorite cuticle oil. I'm going to link it down below. It's from Amazon. And I apply it to all my fingers and massage in my cuticles so that they're nice and replenished. I really hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell for whenever I post a video, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching. Bye, nail friends.